Hey everyone, today we are diving into the future of design with SOLIDWORKS 2026. We're going to take a look at some seriously cool new features that are all about creating smarter, faster workflows. Honestly, this stuff is going to shake up how modern engineering teams get work done.
You know that feeling, right? Where you're just staring at a loading bar, waiting for a massive assembly to finally open up. Or maybe you're trying to sync up with a team member who's in a totally different time zone. That's the kind of friction that can just grind a great project to a halt.
And that really brings us to what people are calling the modern engineering squeeze. It's pretty simple, actually. Our designs are getting more and more complex, but the old ways of working, well, they just can't keep up anymore. It's time for a whole new approach.
So here's the breakdown of what we're all up against. Our projects are insanely intricate now, with parts and dependencies all over the place. And our teams? They're scattered all over the globe, which makes real-time collaboration a huge puzzle. Plus, everything is moving to the cloud, and it's happening fast. In this kind of world, being efficient isn't just a nice-to-have, it is everything.
Okay, so how do we fix this? Let's start with one of the biggest time sinks out there, those gigantic, complex assemblies. SOLIDWORKS 2026 is rolling out a really powerful new tool to get these beasts under control.
And you can really see the difference here, right? The old way was just load everything, which of course meant you were sitting around waiting forever and your computer was probably screaming for mercy. The new way? It's surgical. You load only what you need so you can jump right into designing in a system that's actually lean and responsive.
And you know, the best part is just how simple this is. You just pop into a lightweight browser view, you graphically pick the exact parts you need to work on, and then you save that as a filtered view. Then, back in SOLIDWORKS, you open just that selection. That's it. No waiting, no loading junk you don't need, you just get right to work.
But wait, it gets even smarter. This isn't just about clicking on parts. You can get super granular and create these filters based on custom properties or by maturity states like in work versus released. You can even select stuff based on its physical size. And once you've zeroed in on what you need, you can assign that specific selection right to a task for your team member. All the noise is gone for them, they just see what they need to see.
All right, so we've tamed our massive assemblies. That's a huge win for individual productivity, for sure. But what happens when you bring the whole team into the mix? That's where we get into our next section, supercharging collaboration. Because working fast is great, but tapping into your team's collective brainpower is even better.
So let me introduce you to Aura AI. It actually first showed up in 2025's third feature drop, or FD03 if you're keeping track. Think of Aura as your built-in AI sidekick, designed to give you instant answers without you ever having to leave your design.
So picture this. You're stuck on a problem. Instead of opening a dozen browser tabs and going down a rabbit hole, you can just ask Aura a question, in plain English. It'll go out and scan community forums, your internal wikis, even the official What's New docs, and just give you the key takeaways. It's like having an expert researcher sitting right there with you.
And speaking of the community, this is a huge one. That whole treasure trove of knowledge from the SOLIDWORKS user forums, it's now built right into the task pane. This means you can get answers, see how other people solved a problem, and share your own ideas without ever breaking your focus. It's all right there.
Okay, so we're working faster, we're collaborating better. What's next? Well, we have to make sure all that work is clean, accurate, and traceable. It's time to talk about mastering our design data and making sure everything has integrity, from that first sketch all the way to the final drawing.
Let's just walk through how slick this new change process is. No more digging through emails to figure out who signed off on what. When you save a new version, you just add a quick comment explaining what you changed. The task gets assigned, and once it's done, bam, the drawing is automatically stamped with all the approval info. It's clean, it's traceable, and it's automatic. And the improvements go even deeper. For all you Weldment folks, you can now save cut lists directly to the 3D Experience platform, which means your bill of materials is always right. Smart components, they're now fully stored on the platform, which makes standardization across the team a breeze. And when it's time to share your work, you can do it securely, with full control over who sees what.
So, after all that, what does this actually mean in the real world? What's the bottom line? Let's talk about the productivity payoff, because that's what really matters.
Now this is a big one. By using these new collaboration and data tools, teams are looking at a potential reduction in their design cycle time of up to 30%. I mean, think about that. That's a massive speed boost for getting your products out the door.
So here's how it all connects. It's like a domino effect, right? All this new automation makes you more efficient. The better version control means you have way fewer errors. Your remote teams can communicate better, which leads to faster approvals. It all just feeds into one big goal: accelerating your time to market so your team can focus on actual innovation, not paperwork.
And that really just leaves us with one last thing to think about. The tools are clearly getting smarter and faster to keep up with how we work today. So the real question is, are your workflows ready to evolve with them? Thanks so much for hanging out with me to take a peek into the future of SOLIDWORKS. I really hope you found it useful.